Tomi Lahren. Good to see you, Tomi. What do you make of the, let's say, the struggle to cope among left-leaning journalists now that they have a real job to do again?
Well, listen, the snowflakes are among us once again, and I'm not just talking about the weather, of course, in the South and in D.C. I think they need their safe spaces, they need their cry-ins, they need their little bubbles to shield them from reality. But I'll tell you guys what I really think this is. I don't think they're actually outraged. I think that those in the activist media are actually rather upset that they're going to have such a hard time spinning all of these wins into negatives, because we know that they're committed to that. Everything Trump does has to be horrible and awful and unethical and immoral, and they're realizing that they're not going to be able to market that narrative to the American people because the American people know better. They understand that everything Donald Trump has done in the last 4.5 days is for the betterment of them, the American people and our country. So I think that they're really frustrated that they don't know how to handle this. They don't know how to make it seem bad because it's just so good.
They're, broadly speaking, people in the big media are arrogant and insecure, but lazy. And that's why they didn't maybe bother to write about the cognitive decline of Joe Biden for 4 years and essentially hid it from the American people when it put America in peril.
Well, let's be honest, they've been on a 4-year vacation. We know that President Biden himself was really only coherent from 10 to 4, if that. So the media didn't have a lot of work to do. They called a lid very early in the day on most days. Joe Biden went on vacation, went to Delaware. So they're used to not really doing much in the last 4 years. Of course, they had to cover up for the cognitive decline. So that took a little bit of work. But now they actually have to come to work, much like federal workers. They're going to have to show up. They're going to have to seek the truth and report it. And yes, that truth is going to be that what Donald Trump does lowers prices for the American people, secures our country, improves our national security, ends endless wars. So they're going to have a lot of writing to do. And I hope they don't try to spin this negatively when they know good and well the things that are happening are very positive for the American people. And you know what I'll say, Brian and Dagan? They are also the American people, so they should be celebrating that we're winning, all of us winning together.
That's a good point. You know, I think the thing they hate, and President Trump's secret weapon, is he's not filterable. You know, he gets out there and speaks in a way where you talk about the risk of spin. How do you spin it? How do you spin it when he's out there answering questions on camera all the time? Tomi, he sort of takes it off the table.
He does. It's accessibility like they haven't had.
Right.
So they should be really actually very happy that they're getting this access. But also Donald Trump, he's in his second term. Right now, he's doing what he needs to do for the American people. He gives no craps at this point. He's going to win and keep on winning. And he's not going to do it to get reelected. He's not going to do it to appease Republicans or Democrats. He's going to do it all for the American people and the betterment of all of us. And I think that's the most beautiful part of it all.
Yep, his victory saved the republic, and I'll say it over and over again. Thank you, Tomi Lahren. Great to see you.
Good to see you, Tomi.
And be sure to tune in to Tomi's new show, 100 Days with Tomi Lahren. She will be breaking down the top moments from President Trump's first 100 days in office. You can watch the first episode right now on Fox Nation and catch new episodes every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern.